He's making I didn't sign this. Who? What? Excuse me? Carl, what? Mr. Moneybags? What? Who gave you... What? Canada Chris in the comments mentions that CJ Seuss should be nicknamed Dr. Seuss. Why didn't I think of that before? It's official. CJ, you're officially the doctor. Dr. Seuss, things you love to see. What's going on, guys, and welcome back to your Shanghai Dragons NHL 20 custom franchise mode. Now, a few things I want to get out of the way before we get into this bad boy. I had no idea that the Shanghai Dragons are like a professional Overwatch team. I had no clue. I don't watch Overwatch. I'm not big into the esports scene aside from a little bit in the NHL department, but I had no idea that's just complete fluke, I guess, chance. I don't know. I thought China, Dragons, it kind of worked together, and I guess they thought the same way as well. So I am not affiliated with the Shanghai Dragons esports team, nor do I have any sort of anything with them at all. We just happen to share the same name. Secondly, I got to give a shout out to my boy Alex for hooking up the thumbnail. I forgot to thank him in the first couple episodes, but damn, that thing is nice. Absolute beauty. Shout out to Alex. His Twitter is going to be in the description. Absolute beauty. So once again, thank you to Alex. And now we got some comments to go over, and the first one comes from Brandon Barenfeld. I'm gonna leave it up to you guys. What should Brandon's job be in our franchise mode? He's been an assistant GM, he's been an assistant coach, he's been the beer guy in section 245. What should he be? I'm gonna leave it up to you guys. Like, you can pretty much do anything. He could be a line cook, he could be the guy who takes out the trash, he could be the stick boy. Mr. Barenfeld, this is a lot of pressure. The comments are gonna decide what occupation you have for this team. Get ready. But he says Agent C, the stinkiest player in the xTech Hockey League. No longer is Felix Pox the stinkiest, because look at this guy go. He is scoring goals at a rapid pace, 31 in 39. He's got 4 game winners, 4 power play goals. He is the man. He's actually turning out to be pretty damn awesome for us. He's going to be the centerpiece of our franchise. Next to John Sebastian Day, or D, it's mixed in the comments. Some people are saying Day, some people are saying D. I don't know what it is. I don't want to look it up. I need a nickname for him. JSD, how can I do this? There's got to be something there. Mr. D, that sounds weird. JSD, DSJ. There's something there. There's something there. I know there is. But he's our first line center, and he's playing like it. He has almost a point per game, I think, or maybe he's over a point per game. He has 38 and 39, so he's not quite there, but a career year for JSD. I'm just going to call him JSD. Boom, done. There it is. Now, we already got people telling us to fire our coach. B Fudge in the comments, he says, you need to fire the coach. The coach has a style of roll all 3 lines. This is bad for your fourth liners, nearly no ice time, and the morale will go down / they won't grow. Just pointing it out for the future prospects, especially Lavoie. All right, it's good to think about. I'm not saying I'm going to fire the coach right now. Mr. Rylan Meyer, he's on a bit of a longer leash than what Mr. Fudge might think, but his team fits 68%. It's not terrible. Now this is what, our 3rd franchise mode with the team fit, so I'm kind of starting to understand it here. I got a better understanding of it. I'm not going to say this guy is going to be our head coach forever, but as of right now, we're doing good. There's no need to fire the coach, but I will keep that in mind. Now, talking about Raphael Lavoie, you guys in the comments are all over this guy. This guy in the comments says, Raphael Lavoie actually won the MVP for the Memorial Cup. Don't even think of sending that legend down. Okay, no need to yell. Calm down. So Raphael Lavoie is here to stay. I like it. Now, since it's roll all 3 lines, should we do something like this? It does take away that +1, but if it's true what you're saying, Mr. Fudge, that the fourth liners aren't going to get enough ice time because the ice time allocation is roll 3 lines, maybe it would be best to give Raphael Lavoie the Memorial Cup MVP, as you guys tell me. Where did he play? Let's have a quick look here. I don't really know too much about this guy aside he was drafted by the Oilers. He played in the Q. It doesn't say where he played. Someplace in the Q, I guess. So looking it up, he played with Halifax, and you can see the year where he won the MVP. 20 goals in 23 games. What a beast. All right, Raphael Lavoie. we might have a future stud on our hands. Now, our lines are looking pretty good. Our top 6 is pretty much set. I mean, compared to any other team, we're actually doing pretty damn good. We got newly acquired Corey Conacher, Klim Kostin, who I'm hoping is going to grow into our first line center pretty damn quick. We got Dr. Seuss, Brandon Peary, John Sebastian Day, JSD, and Felix Pox. So now going back to the comments here, you guys are all about this Jacob Forsbacka Karlsson character. You guys are raving about him in the comments, even more than Raphael Lavoie. Trust me, Forsbacka Karlsson is legit in this game. All right, Elliot. Ralph, he says, if you trade for JFK, put him on the first line with Pox. He simulates like an absolute madman in this franchise mode. Okay. You guys are doing a pretty damn good sell job on this guy. The Duke Jr. says you should seriously get Forsbacka Karlsson. He won 2 Rocket Richards for me in a normal franchise mode. Now, his stats don't really back up what you guys are saying. He's only got 16 goals in 40 games. I mean, I think Dr. Seuss has almost that many goals on the second line, but I see what you guys are saying. He's a young player with some potential. He does have the high top 9, but I mean, what can we really trade to get him? It's going to be like a prospect, defenseman, and like a late pick is going to be enough to get it done. But that doesn't really make a whole lot of sense for Anchorage because he's probably playing in their top 6. So I see what you guys are saying with this whole Jacob Forsbacka Karlsson deal, and I'm thinking we should acquire him because, again, this is a very fan-driven series, and you guys say he's the man. All right, if he underperforms, this is on you guys. But no, in all seriousness, I think it wouldn't be bad to acquire him. He is a center, and our center position, as I just went over, is pretty set. So we'd probably have to turn him into a winger. So with all that being said, if I was to acquire Mr. Jacob Forsbacka Karlsson, JFK, as he's known in the comments, I don't know why all you guys are so high on him. Did you all get him in a franchise mode? Is he like a franchise mode legend that I'm not aware of? Because there's been so many comments about this guy. But I'm not super opposed to getting him. That means that we'll probably have to get rid of Andy Milne, which is totally fine, and then we'll probably play him right here, move Dr. Seuss down, I guess, and then Korshkov or Cole Lind is probably going to have to go on the 4th line, or it's probably going to be Dr. Seuss on the 4th line, which kind of sucks, but I guess a 70 overall on the 4th line, we have one of those right now, so it's not really the end of the world. And then maybe we might even do something like this, go Brandon Peary there, so either way, it gives it a +3. Now, what is he? He's a sniper. I think Jacob Forsbacka Karlsson is also a sniper. If we were to acquire him, we'd basically just play where Seuss is, and Seuss would go down to the 4th line, unfortunately. But realistically, Dr. Seuss, is he really going to be a big piece of this franchise? Probably not. He's got a great nickname, but that doesn't mean he can't play in the bottom 6. So, I'm going to listen to you guys. Usually, you guys are right. I'd say probably 75% of the time, you guys are right. Except for the fact, last franchise mode, when you guys were like, oh, Nick Suzuki's gonna drop, bro, trade him. And then he just decided to be one of the most consistent players in franchise history. So I didn't listen to you guys there, and I'm glad I didn't. But what can we give up to acquire Jacob Forsbacka Karlsson? Now, we have this guy who has a decent amount of potential. He's 19 years old. Dylan Hamelauk. I don't know how to pronounce that. It's probably a good thing we trade this guy if I can't pronounce his name. He has a decent amount of trade value because he is so young. So I think if we trade him and that Andy Milne guy and a pick, now it doesn't seem like a whole lot, I know, but realistically, he's really not worth a whole lot. So, I mean, even this is probably going to get it done. But since I want to make this a bit more realistic, you know, we're trading a 4th liner for essentially a 1st liner. I'm not a super big fan of that. So we're going to go ahead and throw in a 4th from Vermont. So we have 2 firsts. We also have an additional 4th, our 4th, a 5th, a 6th, and a 7th. So the 2 firsts are definitely nice, but we're not going to have a whole lot of picks outside of that, unfortunately. And we don't have a 2nd for 2021. However, we do have 2 thirds. We have Tucson's as well. And then going on, we should have all of our picks accordingly. Yeah, we're all good to go. So basically, we're trading not a whole lot here for Jacob Forsbacka Karlsson, but there's been an absolute absolute overwhelming amount of support to get this guy. So Jacob Forsbacka-Karlsson, are you coming to Shanghai? He's actually a two-way forward, which might screw up the chemistry. See, I don't really see the appeal to this guy, but you know what? If you guys are saying he's legit, I'm going to listen to you. So Jacob Forsbacka-Karlsson, trade rejected. Wow. Okay, even though the trade value is like almost double, they said no. Maybe because the game knows that there's not many good players out there, they want to hang on to him. What if I add this guy who's 55 overall, probably not going to be anything for us, a former second round pick of the Wings, but I can't see Albert Johnson becoming anything anytime soon. So Albert Johnson, another prospect, and a fourth for Jacob Forsbacka-Karlsson. Trade accepted. There you go. The Anchorage Armada fans are going to be cheering in the streets when we announce this deal. I'll take deals like this any day of the week. So it was really that much for you guys to accept that. I guess that's all it took. Okay. You guys really wanted Mr. Albert Johnson. Okay. So it only gives it a +1. However, I'm wondering, since you guys are saying he's such a sniper, and it does actually look like that, he's got 16 goals. If I made him to a right-wing sniper, would that change the chemistry? So Jacob Forsbacka-Karlsson, JSD, and Felix Pox. That's a nasty line. I mean, when you look at the grand scheme of things, it's pretty damn good. Plus our second line is just nasty as well. We could go on a serious playoff run this year. We are looking good. Defensively, I mean, it's not super fantastic, but there's really not a lot to choose from in the NHL, so I'm happy with that. Jacob Forsbacka-Karlsson. Let me change some things up. Our AHL team just took a big hit, obviously, but that's going to take a little while for them to get good. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to switch him over to a right-wing sniper. I'm going to see if that changes anything with the chemistry. I don't know if it's going to, but it's definitely worth a shot. Okay, so it doesn't change anything, unfortunately. It's still a +1, but if I do this, it gives it both a +3. So if we play JFK with Klim Kostin and Corey Conacher, that might not be bad. Plus, this line has been pretty damn good all year, so maybe I want to keep it together. So let's do that, all right? Let's move Jacob Forsbacka-Karlsson to the second line, and then everything else looks basically good to go. Let's get a bunch of simulation done. So we got a couple games here against the Helsinki Hellcats. Now in the comments, a lot of you guys were talking about Helsinki, that you're going to bandwagon Helsinki. I guess we got a lot of Finns in the comments, so that's kind of cool to see people, you know, starting to root for other teams, which is pretty cool. So Helsinki versus Shanghai. Let's go, baby. First period. 1-1. All right. Brendan Peary and Magnus Piarvi. All right. Former Edmonton Oiler legend. Period number 2. Okay, there you go. We get the go-ahead goal. Brendan Peary with his second of the night. Where's JFK, this sniper you guys are talking about? He's supposedly the next coming of Jesus. Let's see if that's going to be the case. Power play still have a 2-1 lead. Brendan Peary's goals so far are all we need. 2 minutes left. Eddie Lack holding it down. Things you love to see. Stop 28 pucks, and that is a big win for your Shanghai Dragons. Now we play them in a little under a week, so let's see if they're going to get their revenge against us. We lost a couple straight before heading into this video, so let's see if we can start racking up the wins. A big win there against Mufasa Lemieux and the Utah Mustangs. I'm starting to get the hang of it, starting to realize everyone's team name and who the legends are. I know it would take a few episodes, but that is 4 straight wins. We beat Helsinki twice, once in their home barn, once in ours. We ended up beating I think that's Norway? Yeah, right. Yeah, there it is. The Norway Ninjas. And now here we are, game number 2 against our rivals, Agent C, the stinkiest guy in the league, and the Tokyo Ice Tigers. Now, once again, going back to the Bible, we're going to be referencing this all the time. Shout out to Trevor for putting this together. But obviously, we won in overtime last time. It was a 5-4 win. So, of course, we've outshot them 5-4. Game number 2, we're in Shanghai this time. Last time we beat them was December 20th of 2019. We're in a brand new month, a brand new year. Let's go, baby. Period number 1, and it's 0-0. Okay, kind of a slow start. Period number 2. Okay, still 0-0. A very, very slow game here. A defensive battle. No one wants to make a mistake. No one's moving an inch, but Corey Conacher, there you go. He gets the go-ahead goal. worth every penny of that $8 million contract. We have a 1-0 lead. Make it 2-0, baby. Korshkov, you guys were telling me he's actually a Maple Leafs prospect, so that's kind of cool. And of course, Felix Pox. Boom, how you doing? Eddie Lack, things you absolutely love to see, getting a shutout against the rival, 21 saves. That was a pretty easy game, and since acquiring Jacob Forsbacka-Karlsson, we are on a 5-game win streak. All right, now we end up playing them in a little under a week, so let's definitely go ahead and slow sim that one, make it 2-0, and we've got a trade offer, a third in 2021 and a fourth in, so basically they want a free player when you think of it, and we get to move into the fourth, so we get our fourth back that we just traded them. It's a very confusing trade. I'm going to say no. Now, a lot of you guys want to see all of the jerseys, and I'm sure we'll get to all of them, but I'm just going to show you guys a few here and there. Here is the Atlanta Spartans. Again, kept it pretty chill. Don't worry about the alternates. You weren't supposed to see that, but look at the home jerseys. Those are fresh. Those are nice. Now, I didn't make the away and the home exactly the same. You can see they're a little bit different. I think those home jerseys look nasty, though, but every once in a while, I'll stop in and show you guys what the jerseys look like. But let's get some more simulation done. We'll, of course, slow sim the game against the Ice Tigers, make it 2-0. We're looking to go 3-0. There's another win. There's another win. Things you love to see. Another win. That's 7 in a row since acquiring this magical player, Jacob Forsbacka-Karlsson. All right. Looking to go 3-0 here against the Tokyo Ice Tigers. Agent C didn't even see the score sheet last time. No one did for the Ice Tigers. That is a 3-0 shutout. Looking to go 3-0, period number 1 against the rivals, and there you go. Of course they score first. Jake Lecision, first line center, period number 2. Can we get back into it? Okay. Kaylor Yamamoto and Bishop, I don't know who that guy is. Casey Fitzgerald, legend, and then Klim Kostin, 3 goals on 13 shots. Come on, Eddie, you're better than this. I know you are. Okay, Agency decides he wants to get the 15th shot and the 4th goal. Okay, Paul Bittner, just rack it up. All right, here comes the first loss to, oh, wait, Casey with his second of the night, and then Agency with his second of the night. Back and forth. Oh my God, 7 goals on 20 shots. Eddie Lack, you know we're playing a hockey game here. 8 goals on 21 shots. Holy, did you guys know there's a hockey game tonight? Oh my God. Oh, what a third period. What the hell? 1, 2, that's 5 goals in the third period from them, and then 2 from us. What the hell happened? We had 46 shots and we lose? That is interesting to say the least. Okay, make it 2-1. That was quite the game. Agent C, Yamamoto, and Lecision. Okay, there's that first line over there in Tokyo. I see you guys. I see you. Now, before we get into the game against the Moscow Vodka Kings, what a name, let's have a quick look at their jerseys. I don't know if I've shown them or not. Let's have a quick look. There you go. And then don't look at the alternates. No alternates. There you go. I kept those ones pretty chill. There's nothing super crazy about those ones. I just thought the old Kings logo was cool enough, especially with the green. Didn't want to go too crazy there. So throughout the first 8 games, JFK, the magical player, has 9 points in 8 games. It's not terrible, definitely not bad at all, but he's got 9 and 8, so that's a pretty decent start to his career here in Shanghai. After winning 7 straight, we got our asses handed to us there. Another weird trade I'm not interested in right now. I really don't want to make a ton of trades. I don't really want to get anything, you know, like this. Like, what is this trade even? So basically we're swapping thirds and trading a 4th for who? Who are you? A 70 overall defenseman. It's probably not a bad player, but I just don't think he's worth a 4th. I want to hang on to the draft picks right now. I don't want to make any rational moves. I really want to keep the trades to a minimum at the start of the franchise mode because I really don't know what's going on still. We're still all kind of learning this here. And I have to point out, someone actually pointed it out in the comments last video, the abbreviation for Viper for some reason is lowercase, and I don't know why I did that. Is there another game against him? Okay, unfortunately there's not, but every single one is capitalized, and for some reason it's just VIPE, no capitals, so I'm not quite sure what the reason is for that, but I was kind of busy making a lot of teams. Give me a break. All right, so we've got 3 straight wins here after losing 2 straight, and then of course the xTech jinx, there is another loss. Now, up against what could be our newest rival, I know a lot of the talk has been about the Tokyo Ice Tigers, and we do play them one more time, but the Berlin Puck Wizards have been our rivals since basically the start. We have almost identical records, and of course, Bo Alfredsson. Let's go, baby. We got a couple slow sim games this month. Period number 1 against Berlin. We're in Berlin, hanging out in Germany. I don't know if the boys went out last night, but the German beer can creep up on you. Hopefully we have a good showing here up against Bo Alfredsson. 2-0, baby. Klim Kostin and Casey Fitzgerald. This guy's turned out to be an absolute legend. He's got, I think, 4 or 5 slow sim goals. He had that one overtime goal. This guy's turned out to be an absolute beauty. Klim Kostin gets the other one. Period number 2. Okay, make it 3-0. Raphael Lavoie, third line center. Okay, who the hell are you? I've never seen you before. You're bald and you have a big beard. Bo Alfredsson, power play goal. Okay, all right. Come on, boys. You're better than this, Bo Alfredsson. We know he's basically the next coming of Jesus in every franchise mode. He's unbelievable, and there he is. Pump his tires a little bit more, why don't you? Jeez, he's got 2 goals back-to-back. Ties up the hockey game. We're headed into overtime. If we go into a shootout, I'll jump in there. 3-3, but it doesn't matter because Harper, the former Ottawa Senator, he gives the Berlin Puck Wizards the extra point, and they have now jumped ahead of us in the standings. All right. Okay, Berlin. It's going to be a tight watch here till the end of the year. We are going to slow sim the game against Anchorage and then against Tokyo, obviously. I don't know if I've shown Anchorage's jerseys or not. They're pretty cool. Let's have a quick look. So there you go. There's the away. Looking pretty nice. Don't look at the alternate. And there is the home. The homes are really nice, actually. I love that little combination. But Conrad looking like an absolute beauty. Let's go. Felix Pox versus Conrad Stastny. The return of Jacob Forsbacka Karlsson to his old team. Let's go. Period number 1. And it's 2-0 for Anchorage. Conrad and Brendan Gaunce. Couple of legends. Period number 2. Okay, 3-1. Casey Fitzgerald. This guy's going to win the Norris. And then Nastiuk. Never heard of that guy before. He gets the go-ahead goal, making it 3-1. But Julius Honka on the power play. Couple goals from our back end. I'd love a JFK goal real quick. Come on. Or this guy. I'm cool with the Jaro's goal as well. Come on, boys. You can get that go-ahead goal. We know Conrad can strike at any point, but of course, the fourth liner we traded. Talk about a fourth liner coming right back. 4-4, Jacob Forsbacka, freaking Karlsson, and JSD. What a third period. There you go. The game winner technically goes to Jacob Forsbacka Karlsson. Things you love to see, and then JSD with the empty netter. All right, I think we win that trade. Brendan Peary had 3 helpers. JFK had a goal and an assist. There you go. That was a fantastic game. I'm glad we won that one. 6-4. Take that, Conrad. Feels weird even talking bad about Conrad because he's such a legend. Up against Miami. Let's see. Oh, wait. Hold on. We got a trade here. Who's this Malone guy? Why does everyone seem to want him? We can basically acquire a 5th for this guy who is an AHL 67 overall 23-year-old. We swap 3rds and I get a 5th? I mean, we did just get rid of one of our picks. We did just get rid of a 4th, so it might not be a bad thing to get a 5th for a 67 overall 23-year-old. I know the overall is going to be a little bit better because of the lack of good players, but if we can acquire a draft pick, yeah, let's do it. We just got rid of a 4th. There you go. We traded one guy from the AHL. It's not going to hurt us too bad. And the first trade. Okay, so Alex Nedeljkovic. This is actually an absolutely massive trade. We got to look at this one. Seattle gets rid of their starting goalie. Okay. Interesting. Nedeljkovic is probably like one of the best young goalies in the league because there's not many aside from all the franchise guys, but wow, that's a big move. So Seattle acquires a first-line center, I guess, which does make sense. However, they don't really need one, but I guess. And now do they not have a goalie? Oh no, they have Jonas Hiller and Zane McIntyre, so I guess it made sense. So Saskatchewan, they get a starting goalie. Did they not have a goalie last time? No, they do. They have Franklin McKenzie, right? So interesting move, I guess. Sure, okay, sure. Doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me, but I'm not going to question it. Let's continue with the simulation. We're probably going to get the rest of the year done, to be honest with you, because I don't really think we're going to make a trade. We're a really, really good team right now. We just destroyed the Vodka King 7-2, and then we get destroyed 8-2. That's just a classic xTech jinx. All right, here we go. Our last meeting, our fourth and final, I think. Our final meeting against the Tokyo Ice Tigers. We are 2-1. Let's make it 3-1, boys. They embarrassed us last time. Not going to happen again. I'm going to say Carl Alsner scores a goal tonight. That's my prediction. Period number 1. Okay, 0-0. Watch us get shut out now. Period number 2. Okay, 2-0. I know the xTech jinx. Haha, come on, joke, joke, nudge, nudge. Larson makes it 3-0. Okay. Oh, there you go, Brendan Peary. Okay, no xTech jinx here, but I don't know if we're going to make it 3-1 because they have a 3-1 lead here. They're completely dominating the play, closing in on 40 shots with 4 minutes left. Unfortunately, I don't think we're going to come out on top on this one. Brendan Peary gets the only goal for our team, and we are now tied up with Tokyo Ice Tigers 2-2. So approaching the trade deadline, it's now passed. There was no trades to report. Obviously, the way things are in the NHL right now, you can't expect any crazy trades because there really isn't a lot of players to trade, and I don't think anyone's going to be trading their franchise players anytime soon. So we made our one deal with acquiring Jacob Forsbacka-Karlsson from the Anchorage Armada, which we just lost to 4-1. We have a record of 40-19-5 headed into the final stretch here of the regular season. Let's see how we're doing stats-wise. We'll do a big in-depth one afterwards, but we are chasing the Puck Wizards by 3 points. And real quick, where's Tucson at? Tucson Comets. Okay, they only have 68 points. That could be a very good pick that we have. That could be a nice looking draft pick. Hopefully they continue to suck. Now, someone pointed out in the comments, whoever got Ottawa's team is going to have a really nice draft this year because they have San Jose's first as well as their first. So I believe it was the Mississauga Elephants that ended up taking over Ottawa. I could be wrong. We'll have to check that out in the draft, but Felix Pox leading the way, followed by Corey Conacher and Klim Kostin with 39 goals, ladies and gentlemen. The 20-year-old coming through huge. What a rookie campaign for the guy. And JSD, he's got 56. Things you love to see. Brendan Peary's got 55. JFK, how's he looking? He's got 26 points in 25 games. So, hey, I mean, he's doing way better than he did in Anchorage. He's got the exact same amount of points in half the time. So maybe you guys are right about this JFK character. Julius Honka with 42. Not bad. Korshkov here's got 29 points, 15 goals. Carl Alsner, absolute legend, 27. Dr. Seuss, 27. All right, so there is some decent scoring around the NHL, and the Norris Trophy winner, Casey Fitzgerald. He only has 8 goals, but I feel like every time we slow sim, he's got at least a goal or two. Looking at the goalies here, Kaapo Kähkönen is 6-6, and Eddie Lack 34-6. Now, what concerns me is this contract. He might want like $8 million in the offseason, so it's going to be interesting to see what happens in the offseason. We'll go more in depth at the end of the video here, but oh my god, how are you so damn good? All right, we'll come back to this at the end of the video. We got some simulation to do. Let's go. Let's have a quick look at some more jerseys here. We'll have a look at the Chickens. I know one of the funniest names, but the San Diego Chickens. Oh, look at those things. Those are nice. And there's their away jerseys, pretty much the exact same, but I'm a big fan of the orange and the blue. I think it looks really, really cool together. Let's go ahead and power sim the month of March here. We should be a 50-win team in year number 1, which I really wasn't expecting that, to be honest with you. 43-20-5. We, again, I didn't really it's not like I picked a good team. You're number one. We literally could have been the best team in the league, or we could have been the worst team in the league. So it's kind of lucky that we got a really good team, and we just made the big trade for Jacob Forsbacka-Karlsson, and that's 49 wins. Can we make it 50 against the Oklahoma City Bandits? I think I already showed their jerseys, maybe not, but god damn, those things are nice. I'm a big fan of those. Big fan of the teal or the turquoise and the black. Those look really nice. Again, I'm not a designer, but still a very nice looking jersey. We got a couple of slow sim games before we end this bad boy off. Period number 1 against OKC, and it's 1-0. All right, D Yan. Who the hell are you? Period number 2. Okay, 3-0. Yan and Hills. Okay. Yan, he's putting on a clinic right now, looking for a hat trick in the third period. JFK, Jacob Forsbacka-Karlsson. We got to come up with a nickname for him. I feel like JFK is just way too easy. There's got to be a better nickname out there. And there it is. Ask and you shall receive. Yan gets the third period hat trick. What the hell happened? Okay, 7-1. He actually ends up with 4 goals on the night. We get absolutely shelled 7-1. What the hell, Yan? 5 points, Yan? What are you, Leon Draisaitl? All right, our last slow sim game of the year is going to be up against the Berlin Puck Wizards, and it's a big one. This could make or break first place. We have 104 points. They have 103. Let's go. I don't think any other teams have even close to 100 points, so we are really carrying all the points in our division here. In our previous franchise modes, we've had if you score first, it's free Starbucks for everyone, obviously in the Starbucks Center. At the poutine place, you can put 2 and 2 together. If you scored first, everyone got free poutine. What's going to be the first thing for the Dragons? What are we going to give them? Chinese food? We could give them like maybe some chicken fried rice. Maybe if you score first, everyone in the whole entire arena gets a free fortune cookie. I don't know. You guys can come up with it in the comments. Period number 1 against the NHL's leading goal scorer in Bo Alfredson. And there he is. Gets himself a power play goal. We're down by 2. Period number 2. Okay, we get 1. JFK. He's slowly becoming my favorite player. You guys might be right about this guy. 2-1. Can we get back into this one? I know Alfredson's a scary guy, but Corey Conacher doesn't care. He gets a power play goal. Things you love to see, ladies and gentlemen. We're going into OT. Maybe a shootout to end off the video just for fun. 33-24 are the shots. We lost in overtime earlier in the year to the Wizards. Are we going to go to a shootout? Let's go. All right, here we go. Bo Alfredson starting the shootout off. Couple of moves. He goes shelf on Eddie Lack, the captain. All right, here comes Felix Pox. Doesn't have a C. He's got an A. Ooh, a little stop-up action there, but unfortunately, the goalie did not bite. We got, I think this is Justin Bailey actually coming through. Big poke check there from Eddie Lack. Couple of former Canucks going at it. One's a current Canuck, actually. Brandon Peary coming through. I don't know what your thought process there was. The game is on Alex Formanton's stick. He can win it, but another big poke check from Eddie Lack. There you go. Julius Honka, he needs to score to keep this thing going, but the poke check is real, and we lose to the Berlin Puck Wizards once again. God damn, we can't seem to beat these guys. Now, I think we're tied in points, or maybe we got that extra point, so we might be ahead of them, but they get 2, we only get 1 with only a handful of games left. Yeah, we're tied at 105 points each, so the next 4 games are going to be pretty crucial here. Let's stack some wins together. Okay, not what I'm talking about. There you go, big 6-2 win. They have 111, we have 109. Have they played all their games yet? Ooh, look at you, Felix Pox, 93 points. So we need the Puck Wizards to lose, and we need to beat Helsinki in order to tie them in points, and then it's going to go for goals for to see who gets first place in the division. So what I need here is like a 12-1 win. Let's go. You can do it against Helsinki. Period number 1. And it's 3-0. All right, off to a good start. Dr. Seuss, Felix Pox, and JSD. Period number 2. Okay, 3-2. Hudson Fashing and Magnus PRV. I think 12 goals might be out of the realm of possibility, but Korshkov, he gets a power play goal. Carl Alsner, baby, the sniper from the back end, he gets goal number 5. We're only 7 goals away. All right, Klim Kostin makes it 6, only 6 goals away. Keep it going. I can see 12. I know it's close. 2 minutes left, and that's a huge win. Things you love to see. So let's hope that Berlin lost. I mean, it really doesn't matter, but it's still going to be nice to have bragging rights over the Berlin Puck Wizards. Let's see if they ended up losing, and we... Oh, actually, they did lose. Awesome. Okay, so we tied them in points, 111 each. We have identical records. That's hilarious. All right, so let's do a bit of a season recap. So the Spartans, actually, holy, they had 56 wins. Okay, Atlanta Spartans, I see you. We'll have to look at their roster. Who do they have again? I should know this by now. Let's have a look here. The Atlanta Spartans, who do they have? Aguchi, of course. Of course. Jared Anderson-Dolan, Patrick Eves. They got, no, that's not John Scott. That's Justin Scott. And they actually have a really nice looking roster. Aguchi, oh my God, 68 goals. How you doing? Defensively, Dion Phaneuf. Yeah, they're stacked, actually. They're one of the best teams in the league. And they have Chad Johnson, who had 48 wins in the regular season. Okay. Dion Phaneuf is probably one of the best D-man in the league. Not bad. And then Jordan Schmaltz had 58 points. Like, yeah, they're stacked. Chris Weidman had 17 goals. Okay. So before we go into our individual stats, let's see who we have in the postseason. We have the Norway Ninjas. All right. They had a record of 45, 29, and 8. Norway and Shanghai in the postseason, baby. I'm excited. Let's go, though. Let's go ahead and have a look at all the stats, and we'll break it all down afterwards. So, how did we do? We finished with 111 points, goals for 281, but 298. So, technically, they should finish higher in the standings. I think that's how it works. It goes by goals for, right? Because we essentially had the exact same record, which is kind of funny. But let's have a look here at the entire league. Atlanta was number 1. We're number 2, which is fantastic. Newfoundland and the Wit Dog, they're right there, 102 points. Houston at 101. Now, a team I'm looking for is going to be Tucson. How did they do? Okay, they didn't make the playoffs. That's good news for us. And they're a bottom 20 team. Oh, boy. Oh, my God. They're a bottom 5 team. Oh my God, oh my God, they finished 27th. So this could be a lottery pick. If miraculously we win the draft lottery with their pick, imagine we get Alexis Lafreniere. Imagine, oh my God, and look at Agent C in Tokyo, 38 and 40, yikes. All right, let's go over our stats here. 94 points for Felix Pox. Not a bad year. JSD was 78. That's awesome. I'm hoping he turns into something, actually. He had a great year. Corey Conacher was 75. Not a bad signing. Definitely worth the money, that's for sure. Klim Kostin, 43 goals. I did not expect that. However, I will take it. Thank you very much. Brandon Peary was 71. Now, the thing that concerns me is a lot of these players are going to want a lot of money, but luckily for us, most of them are locked up for at least the next 2 years. That's good news, because there's going to be a lot of players going to be asking for a lot of money, especially Jacob Forsbacka Carlson. He had 36 points in 43 games, 17 goals, 19 helpers, a plus 16. I'm pretty happy with this guy. I like that pickup. Good looking out in the comments. Julius Honka with 52 points, and unfortunately he has 1 year left on his deal. He's gonna want a boatload of money. Korshkov, does he have 1 year left on his deal? He's got 2. That's good news for us. Carl Alsner, oh man, we're gonna have to pay this guy till the end of whoa, what? He's making 12 mil. Whoa. Wait a minute, what? He's making 12. I didn't sign this. Who? What? Excuse me, Carl? What? Mr. Moneybags? What? Who gave you what? Am I reading that right? 12.195? Well, hold the phone. Why are you making so much money, Carl Alsner? I didn't agree to this. Who? What? Maybe like the game just put it there because they needed to fill the cap somehow. That's my guess. I probably should have looked at our cap situation. Okay, wow, it's a lot of money. Carl Alsner is making $12.1 million. Okay, I don't even want to look at it. I'm sick. I'm sick even looking at it. That is a lot of money for 31-year-old Carl Alsner. Anyways, we gotta pay someone, I guess, but Felix Pox led the way, 55 goals. That's awesome. We've already checked out most of these guys. Dr. Seuss on the fourth line, 30 points. There you go. Raphael Lavoie, is he growing? 72. He was a 70, so he is slowly growing. There you go. Here's everyone else. Casey Fitzgerald, absolute legend. Riley Stillman played the entire year and didn't get a single goal. As for goalies, 45 and 18 for Eddie Lack. Not bad at all. He is going to want a ton of money, and I am concerned about that. Having a look at the entire league, Chad Johnson and Eddie Lack, very similar records. However, Chad Johnson, 8 shutouts, a better goals against, a better save percentage. He's probably going to win the Vezina Trophy. That's my guess. Dylan Ferguson right there, the kid from Kamloops. Keith Kincaid, Yakatuka Fukafuji, Big Germ, Michael Neuwirth, Riku Halinas. Oh my god, that's a name I haven't heard in forever. I believe he played with Tampa like a few games, or like one game. Maybe I'm imagining that. No, that's right, he was drafted by Tampa. God, I'm so smart. I don't know where that hockey knowledge is stored in my head, but apparently I know that Riku Halinas played one game for Tampa back in 2007. Why do I know that? Anton Bibo, Anthony Stolars, biggest ears in the game. Shout out Anthony Stolars. This guy, I just want to show you guys some more legends. Joe Fleshler, 35 and 26. Calvin Pickard, Mikey DiPietro. All right, so someone's got themselves a nice young tendy. The Nevada Bulls. Cal Peterson, D'Elia, where's all the franchise guys? Scott Foster, they actually really struggled, but most teams aren't super stacked. Big Mac went 30 and 27. Who led the way with shutouts? I assume it's Chad Johnson. Yeah, there he is. Keith Kincaid had 7. Phoenix Copley, Fukafuji. All right. As for rookie skaters, obviously all the points are going to be rookies this year. And yes, you saw that right. 80 goals. Oh my god. Okay, so let's talk about the point totals. I didn't realize... Holy shit, that's a lot of goals. 80 goals and 86 for Jaden Marco? How the hell? Okay, wow, you guys thought Quebec had a lot of goals scored? You guys are in for a treat. Bo Alfredson, again, for the 1,000th time. I didn't make him particularly better than anyone else. It's just that name, whether it's spelled correctly or not. He's really, really good at hockey. 131 points. That's ridiculous. Jaden Marco right behind him with a measly 120. Aito Oguchi with 117. Haley Wickenheiser, things you love to see, 88 overall. There you go, she's growing. 71 goals for the New Mexico Warriors. Valerie Chubisov, he had 114. Taro Sugimoto, absolute legend, had 107. Philip Schlappick, I really didn't expect to see this guy up here. A previous career high of 4 points now has 106. Okay, 93 assists. Sure, that works. Oscar Gormley with 104, Tyroning, baby, things you love to see. The Wit Dog had 103 points as a defenseman. Bobby Orr, who? Paul Coffey, who? No, I only know about Ryan Whitney. We got Tushimoto Hiroyuki, 65 goals. Zakhanov, so many goal scorers. Trevor Tkachuk, the better Tkachuk. He's playing with Ilya Kovalchuk, and they're having themselves quite a time over there in Nevada. Agent C, 95 points. Felix Pox, 94. That's Agent C getting that little extra edge just because. But he's going golfing, and we are going to the postseason. Conrad Stastny with 58. Like, the guy has almost 60 goals and almost 100 points, and he's like the 30th leading scorer in the NHL. Gordy Yzerman. What else we got here? Pontus Aberg playing with Haley Wickenheiser. Dylan Cousins. Lubomir the Milkman Mahalik, 80 points. Joe Gattenby, not bad for a defenseman. Casey Middlestat. Argan Bust. Paul Biznasty Bissonette. So he's a grinder. It's interesting that he put up 41 goals as a grinder, and not that many penalty minutes either. Austin Pope, JSD, my man. Kaylor Yamamoto. What else we got here? Anyone else? Mason Appleton, Flamin' Ginger, Bo Bennett, Thomas Vanek, Elias Anderson, Justin Bailey. So these should all be regular players. You shouldn't see any more created guys down here unless they had a really bad year. Klim Kostin, what an absolute beauty. Boris Yakupov, there you go. There's one, 6'9", 219. Where's like Mufasa Lemieux? There he is. So he only had 30 goals, only 66 points. Weird. Maybe Utah just sucks, but that's interesting. I would have thought he would be a lot better. 214 penalty minutes, 5'7". He's out there just slashing people. He should be the worst legend. I don't think there's anyone worse than him. Yeah, I mean, I could go actually Nasty Nas, but he's a defenseman, so I guess we're going to give him the benefit of the doubt. It seems to be all of them. Oh, wait, Vince Ryder, only 58 points, but he's an enforcer, so 229 penalty minutes. I guess that makes sense. Who led the league in penalty minutes? It was Nasty Nas. Okay, 255. Boris Yakupov had 4 shorthanded goals. Okay, that makes sense. Nothing in this franchise mode makes sense. As for hits, who led the way? Connor Bunnaman, a 6'1", 207-pound grinder, I guess. Okay, he's got 87 body checking. I guess that makes sense. He had 242 hits. Did not expect that. Austin Pope right behind him. Who led the league in fights just for fun? Nasty Nas once again. Oh, wow, that's hilarious. I did make his fighting skill very high. In our Quebec franchise mode, he dropped the gloves all the time, so that makes sense. There you go. That is a look at all of the players year number 1. All right, so thank you for watching. That was a really fun episode. We're going to get into the playoffs in the next video, and of course, we will get the entire thing done. So grab yourself a snack in advance, because we are looking to go on a deep playoff run. And then we got the draft ahead of us real quick, where we could potentially pick in the top 5 if the draft lottery is nice to us. We could see Lucas Raymond once again, or Alexis Lafreniere. However, I kind of wish this pick was going to be for next year, but hey, beggars can't be choosers. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the postseason up against the Norway Ninjas.